All right, let's jump right in. We hear it all the time. AI is changing everything. But there's this huge gap, right, between what the tech can do and who can actually use it. So how do we fix that? Well, today we're going to look at one group that has a really interesting answer. We're diving deep into Dr. AI Academy and their whole mission to democratize AI. And boom, right there. That's the core idea, Mission AI for everyone. I mean, that's not just some catchy marketing slogan, is it? It's a real statement. It's saying that AI isn't just a fancy tool for a select few anymore. Nope, it's a fundamental skill, something you're going to need for the future. And that belief, that's what's driving everything at Dr. AI Academy.
Okay, so to really get what makes them tick, we've got to start with their why. What does it actually mean to build something from the ground up with this AI for everyone idea at its core?
So, let's be real. For the longest time, AI has felt like this exclusive club, right? You had to be a super genius coder or a data scientist just to get in the door. And that's not just scary for people starting out, it actually slows down progress for everyone. Well, Dr. AI Academy basically looked at that whole idea and said, nope, we're tearing down those walls. And their answer to that question is just simple. A big, fat no. Their entire philosophy is built on this one super powerful belief. AI is for everyone, period, not just the experts. Okay, so what does democratizing AI actually mean to them? This is where it gets really interesting. It's not just about, giving people a login. It's about three key things. First, you have to understand it. Then, you have to be able to apply it in the real world. And finally, you have to actually benefit from it, whether that's getting a better job, growing your business, or just building cool stuff.
All right, so having a big mission is great, but how do you actually make it happen, right? The proof is in the pudding. And for them, it all comes down to their teaching style, what they call the practical first approach.
And this chart just lays it all out perfectly. Think about it. The traditional way of learning is often super heavy on theory. You read a bunch of textbooks, you learn abstract ideas, and that's fine for academic knowledge. But Dr. AI Academy completely flips that script. Their focus is all about getting your hands dirty. It's practical first. The whole point isn't just to know about AI, it's to be able to build with AI. You walk away with skills that companies are actually looking for because you've been working on real-world projects. So what makes their approach so special? Well, it really boils down to these four things, and they all work together. First, you've got trusted expertise. We're talking instructors who are the real deal with experience from major tech companies. Then, they take that expertise and pour it into an award-winning pedagogy, so you know the teaching method itself is top-notch. Of course, that method is built on that practical first idea, meaning every single thing you learn is tied to a real project or case study. And the glue holding it all together? They're mission-driven. They're focused on making it affordable and making sure you walk away with real career skills.
Okay, so we've covered the why and the how. Now let's get into the what. What are the actual tools and programs you can get your hands on? What's in the toolkit?
And what I love about this is that it's not just a random list of classes. It's a whole ecosystem with different paths for different people. You can start by building your foundation, learning the essentials like Python, Gen AI, even cool tools like LangChain for building apps. But then look, there's a whole track for corporate teams to upskill their employees. There are awareness camps to get schools and colleges excited. And maybe most importantly, there's a community for everyone, with free resources and networking. It really feels like there's a door for everyone to walk through.
Okay, this all sounds great on paper, right? But does it actually work? Let's look at the numbers. The proof is in the real-world impact and just how far this mission has reached.
Whoa, 5,000 plus learners. Just take a second to think about that. That's not a tiny weekend workshop. That is a serious community of people whose lives and careers have been impacted, all through their different programs.
And get this, that community isn't just in one place. We're talking about learners from 135 different countries. That is incredible. It just goes to show you that this need for easy-to-understand practical AI education, it's a global thing. It's everywhere.
So who are all these people? This chart tells the story perfectly. And look how diverse it is. This really backs up that whole AI for everyone mission. You've got students, a huge chunk at 40%, who are just starting out. Then 30% are working pros, people who are already in their careers and need to level up. You've even got entire organizations and a slice for finance folks and traders. It's literally for everyone. So let's wrap up with this. It's a pretty big question. We know the future is being built with AI. That's not even up for debate anymore. The real question is, who gets to be a builder? Who gets to have a say in what that future looks like?
And when you look at a model like Dr. AI Academies, their whole purpose is to make sure the answer to that question is you. If you're ready to learn, you get to be a builder.